Do men want masculine women?
No.
Is it scary or attractive? Let's talk about it.
Masculine women.
One more time.
What man really searches in life for a masculine woman?
That is the question.
Since when has masculine women become hot in the eye of a man?
Do men want masculine women?
No,
Is it scary or attractive? Let's talk about it.
it's neither. It's weird.
Okay. So what is a masculine woman? What is it to a man?
A masculine woman is a woman that has masculine traits,
Which are people, I think.
combative.
Okay.
If you could do it, I could do it.
Mm.
Kind of just always wants to one up you. Always has the mentality and the attitude. I don't need no man type of mentality.
Like you're just there as a.
So it's just like, what am I here for?
Right.
You know?
Right. So that's the thing, is that they don't women aren't realizing that that's what it's to the man. It comes off as, then why am I here? What is the point? So stay by yourself, right? Because if you're doing the manly role and all the things, if you don't need any help, and because this is what it's come down to, right? Traits commonly labeled as masculine are extreme independence and self-sufficiency.
Hold on, stop right there.
Okay.
I just want to say we didn't even introduce today's episode. Sorry, guys. We got right into this.
We did. I did.
Well, welcome back to another episode of the Unscripted Togetherr podcast. We are your hosts, and today's topic of conversation is going to be masculine women. Again, just another topic that was on our things to do list that just keeps randomly popping up. Just women nowadays, for some reason, a lot of them have like that I don't need no man mentality.
I think it's a character.
But then they wonder why they're single.
I was gonna say character flaw, but it's not. It's more than that. Yes, I think that it's become, in this culture of independent women, I feel like,
Yes.
hold on, I feel like it comes from feminism.
Yes.
Feminism started as its mission was good, which was to get women to be heard, to not only be the man, right? To be able to vote and to be able to go to work. So I understand that. That was initially the whole feminist movement. It has morphed into a very dark agenda, where women are now we're ripping away the femininity and the softness of women, of the essence of what women are,
the nurturing and the tenderness. Now they're just starting to be too like,
and it has become into this overly aggressive, overly independent, hyper independent
I don't need
thing,
no man.
where women are being so, or they're scaring men away, but at the same time they want a manly man. So you can't have two masculines,
Right.
if you're a female in the relationship. That doesn't make sense.
It's
That
like
doesn't
a battery.
equate.
A battery has a positive and a negative.
Yeah,
You
that
have to be
formula is never going to work.
opposites. Yeah.
That goes against what is designed
So
to be.
that's what we're going to talk about today.
Right.
We're going to talk about masculine women, and does that really work?
Right.
Does it really work to be masculine?
That's why I said, is it scary or attractive?
Yeah. Is it really a plus? Is it really a perk to be masculine as a woman?
I think, and a lot of, I do have to say this.
And let's answer that. Let's stop there. Answer that. Let's see.
I think that it comes, for the most part, from women who have been through a lot. So in their effort to not be hurt, to not go through the trauma that they've been through with maybe abusive men, maybe in a household where they weren't supported, where they weren't safe, then they have gone into this hyper awareness of that's never going to happen to me. I'm never going to let a man treat me like that, or I'm never going to, or if their father was abusive. So so it does come from a wound. There is a wound internally that is trying to be guarded so that this doesn't happen again.
But where's the balance?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like we all get hurt at some point, right? A lot of us have trauma from growing up. Um, but that doesn't mean that the next person A has to pay for it. And B, where's the balance where you can still know your role?
Well, I think it comes to a point where you're a grown up now, right? So you do have that the discernment to make different choices. You're not your mom, you're not your grandmother, you're not maybe the person you were 10 years, obviously you weren't the person you were 10 years ago or 5 years ago or maybe even last year. So you make better choices, right? You make more informed choices as to what you're going to do with your life and the people that you're going to choose to be around you. So you don't have to come in with this like combative, let me fight the world
It's
mentality, because now you're scaring away a potential
Yeah.
partner.
I can tell you right now, it's not attractive to me or anyone in my inner circle that I know to come home and see my wife shoveling the driveway full of snow.
Right.
Um, building a dining room table.
So this is where
Um,
traditional roles work, right? They work for us and they've always worked for us because you are the provider, the safety net of our family. You are the alpha male. You create a safety net for our children and our family where I don't need to do that, right? And I help with, and I do the home things, right? So with the kids and with the keeping the house clean and cooking, and that's
that's what I mean. Like, why is it that a woman that's independent, right? And she meets someone that's willing to take the alpha male role, the alpha role in the relationship, why doesn't she just let him lead and kind of just fall back? Why does she still continue to be another alpha in the house?
right.
That that
So
that's a turn off for men.
right, and that's where women need to recognize this if they are doing this, that they have to heal within whatever is happening internally,
Yes.
right?
Healing
So
is the
that
key.
they
Yeah.
allow the male to lead.
Yeah.
So, traits commonly labeled as masculine, we'll go through that so we can look at to see what those are. Extreme independence and self-sufficiency, which we already said, allow the man to lead because
Yeah.
then he feels like he's why is he there? There's
Yeah.
no role for him to play because or to have because you're doing it all, right? Taking control of decisions by default. So not even taking you into consideration, me just doing
Doing
everything
it.
and it's like are we in a relationship or are
No.
we in a partnership?
Yeah.
I mean a friendship. Um, so then it's unclear for the man as to what his role is in the relationship when this
Right.
happens. For the woman to be too blunt or confrontational communication. So it's too aggressive, right? That's what it feels like. It's
Yeah.
if you're too aggressive in your delivery and it's always combative and you're always defensive and it's always this like very
Well,
it's too much.
there's never there. What happens is I could tell you what happens. What happens is there's never that um kind of like meet in the middle
Mhm.
type of bond,
Mhm.
right? I don't
Right.
know if I'm explaining that correctly, but
Yes.
like
I was going to mention that.
it kind of feels more like a coworker, like a partner,
Yeah. Like
not
roommates.
like roommates,
Yeah.
like a friend.
Mhm.
Like there's never any nurturing, any caring, any
Right.
affection.
Right.
Um, you have two people that both have the same energy and probably want something different, but you get stuck giving each other the same because you're both the same.
Right.
Because
So
one
there's
person's not actually taking the role she's supposed to.
right. And I think this is so important because this happens a lot when where women will be like, maybe this goes into the intimacy part.
Mm.
And this plays a huge role into why there would be a lack of it if you're playing like this very aggressive role where you're supposed to be the softer, nurturing aspect of the relationship. And then the man is like, there's no polarity. So then the man is supposed to be like the stronger, very masculine figure, right? And then if he feels undervalued and undermined, then how is intimacy supposed to work?
Yeah.
It's a very strange
There
dynamic.
is no intimacy.
You feel like a
Intimacy
thing.
intimacy typically comes from the affection,
Right.
and it comes from the attention, and
Yes.
it comes from the touch, and it comes from like that energy that you build when you're together, that eventually leads to intimacy. But if
Right.
you're both, you know,
At odds all the
how
time.
are you going to build that?
It's like you're
You
always
know, it's
angry with the person. So it's just, it doesn't make any sense.
so women complain, the masculine women, not all women, masculine women complain that they scare away men.
Mm.
I've seen some videos online where they say, "Oh, you know, I'm too much for this man, or I'm too much for this guy," or I went on a date and I felt like, I scared him away because I was too this, too aggressive, too that. Yeah, any man's gonna run from that. No, no man wants that. Who leaves their
So,
house? What single man leaves their house, hoping that their date is gonna be just as masculine as they are?
right,
Nobody
right,
thinks that.
right.
You
You want a
know,
feminine, you're looking for the opposite sex for a reason,
right?
right? So if you encounter someone, and so I want to say something to that, to what you just said. No one should make you change who you are. However, if you are operating off of a wounded place, such as a masculine woman,
Seek
then
healing first.
that doesn't mean that the man is trying to change you or doesn't
Yeah.
like who you are or you're too much for him. That's not the case, because now you're not looking within and you're pointing the finger at someone else like he's the problem. I'm fine. Okay, could there be a possibility that there's something that you need to own up to so that you can heal within? Forget about him. You're never going to be able to find someone that loves you the way you deserve to be loved if you're always hiding behind this, like, I am who I am and too bad, take it or leave it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's entitlement, and
You're
that's
not compromising.
that's to your disservice, because then you're not owning up to what could
Mhm.
potentially be better in you. And that's what happens a lot with relationships where they go south, because the person is just, it's not me, it's you, right? It's the pointing
Mhm.
the finger. Let's do the blame game. There's nothing wrong with me. It's all you. There's always two parts.
Yeah.
It's not just one person.
I f-
Go ahead.
I feel like in the masculine space with women, um th- there's very little accountability kind of being taken
Right.
from their behalf.
Yeah.
It's like it's this guy doesn't want to deal with me. This guy he's not man enough to deal with me, or I'm too strong of an independent woman to be with him, or he doesn't know how to handle a strong independent woman. And it's just like, no, it's not the problem. The problem is nobody wants a masculine woman.
Mm-hmm.
There's no accountability.
Mm-hmm.
This is who you are, and it's not him the problem. He's not the problem for not wanting to date you.
Mm-hmm.
You're the problem because you're supposed to be a woman. You're supposed to be feminine. You're supposed to be nurturing. You're supposed to be affectionate. You're supposed to be all these things that when you think of a woman, you think of, and you're none of those things because you're just too much like him.
Right.
So in his eyes, he's like, we might not be a good fit. Let me not waste my time.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that make him not strong enough of a man to date a woman like you,
Right.
or
I
to date an
think
independent woman like
I
you?
think the red flag, if someone is stuck in this cycle, is you need to look at what you've gone through. If you have gone through this repeatedly, where men have told you you're just, you're too aggressive, you're too like, however they would say that, too masculine, too overbearing, too hyper independent. If everyone keeps saying the same thing and it's people that don't know each other,
Mhm.
then the common denominator is you, right?
Yeah,
So it would be wise to look within,
yeah,
which is very hard for people to do, but it will make a world of a difference in your life, because going forward you can keep this in mind, and getting some sort of professional help to get past the things that you've gone through.
hmm,
Nobody, please, nobody needs to live in victimhood.
yeah.
We've all gone through rough patches, we've all gone through bad relationships, we've all gone through just bad things in life. We have to overcome them, guys.
I
Like, you
don't mean the next
cannot
person
get
has to pay
stuck.
for it.
Well, that, but it's also for you. If you stay stuck within victimhood, poor me, woe is me, I just went through a lot, it's just nothing goes right for me. All that mentality is so it's such a broken way to think.
Mhm.
because it's only going to breed more of that. It's going
Mhm.
to keep bringing broken people to you. It's going to keep bringing all of that negativity, toxicity back into your life, where you want to evolve from that, right? I'm not saying that you don't I'm not saying not to look at the things that you've gone through, acknowledge them, but we need to get past them. Because if we keep repeating the story, telling the same story over and over, it's not doing absolutely anything to build you up to be a better version of yourself. So,
One of the things you put here in the notes, which I agree 100% with, is the competitive mindset.
mhm,
Um, no man wants to feel like he's in a competition
right,
with his wife
right.
or girlfriend.
You're in a union.
We should not be competing with each other. We
Right.
should be playing for the same team.
Yes.
So why are we competing about who has the better role in the corporate world, who brings home the most money, who got which promotion and my promotion was higher than yours, and who can, you know, I don't know, just silly stuff like that
Yeah.
that really don't matter.
No, because if you win, I win, and vice versa.
What it's
Like
supposed to be.
my accomplishments are yours, and they work, and I have my accomplishments because we work together.
Yeah.
The same
Okay.
goes for you. So it's not like,
You
oh,
can't
you got a
have.
raise, so now I'm mad because you're making more than
Now I
me.
gotta go get one too.
I mean, you are.
Like,
I mean, in our traditional relationship, this works for us, and he does make more, and that's totally fine,
yeah.
you know. And we are blessed to have the to be in the position that we're in, and for me to have gone back to school to do what I wanted to do. But
But
again,
it doesn't have to be a
it's
competition.
not a
Yeah, you're
competition,
back in school doesn't mean I gotta go back to school.
right? Or that you're mad about it,
Yeah.
or that you resent me for
At
it.
the end of the day, you have to know your position
Mm-hmm.
and know your place. And I can tell you right now, if you're acting the way he's acting, and if you're competing with the things he's doing, and if his achievements are making you kind of like try to feel like you have to one up him or get to his level, you need to reevaluate yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because that's not what a relationship is about.
Mm-hmm.
A relationship is about balance, not a competition.
Right.
It's about having each other's back, not having your own back and seeing if you did this, then I got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where the lines get blurred, and we're not, again, no one's here trying to beat on women or masculine women or anything of that nature. We want more relationships in the world. We want more traditional relationships. We want more people to be together for what it is that they're supposed to be together for. So we try to touch on topics like these that are preventing young relationships from evolving and
Mm-hmm.
from getting to another level, and possibly building a union because they don't understand some of the things that they're doing, and which eventually continues to drive relationships away. There's plenty of people out there that have had multiple relationships and they just don't work.
Mm-hmm.
And they wonder, man, what's wrong with me? What is it? What's wrong with him? Or maybe they think it's the other person.
Right.
But it's just like,
But that's why I said what I said earlier. If you're repeating cycles over and over and over, and you're 30 and you're 40 and you're maybe 50,
and you're still
come on
single and
now.
you still can't hold a relationship
There's
longer than
something
two
within
years,
you
three
that is not
years.
allowing you to
Yes.
evolve with anyone, right?
Yeah.
Because the people that you're coming across, that you're encountering, that you're meeting and becoming and going into these relationships with, no one knows each other, right? You're no all these different people are coming to
Right.
you,
The
but
common
you are
denominator.
but you're attracting exactly what you're giving off. So if you're in this toxic place in your life, it can happen at any stage, and it can be repeating stages because you're not seeing that
Yeah.
it's you, because you're perfect, no one's perfect, and you have to take accountability, and the faster you take accountability for your actions, the happier you'll be.
Yeah. I think
Oh, okay. Pointing.
huh?
Nothing.
No, I was thinking I was while you were saying those things. As a man, when you leave your house every day, you are walking into the work life, and whether that's being an entrepreneur, whether that's working for the corporate world, whatever the case may be. But now you are dealing with situations all day long. Now you're dealing with um combativeness. Now you're dealing with problems. Now you're problem solving. And it's just like when you come home to your wife or your girlfriend or your fiance, you want to come home to someone that's going to be soothing and is going to like
Mhm.
bring all that from here to here.
You want to come home to peace.
So you don't want to continue what you've been dealing with all day also at home
Mhm.
because of that masculine energy that's receiving you when you walk through the door. You know what I mean?
Right. So in our household, I always say, I want you to come home to peace for this to be your sanctuary and the place where just the outside world doesn't matter, right?
Right.
Because that's how you can keep your sanity. That's how you can that's how happiness
Hmm.
is able to be maintained. Where I feel like if you come home and you guys are always at odds and you know that there's going to be some type of fight about something,
Hmm.
who wants to come home to that? So then you go into this dangerous dynamic where men don't want to go home and they look for other places, like,
Yep.
let's go to my friend's house, let's go, if you play sports, let's go
Let's go
there, or let's go
golfing.
have a drink, like,
Yeah.
and now you're not home till super late.
So we know a friend, close family member,
I'm scared.
that
What are you saying?
almost every day after work used to go golfing.
Mm-hmm.
And the girlfriend, they had a couple kids, always complained, "What is it with this guy? He wants to go golfing every day. Like, you rather be golfing than be home with me?" And then as things evolved, just the energy at the house was that masculine
Yeah,
energy.
it's too much tension. So when you have that much
So
tension,
this guy
it's
found peace in playing golf and going
right.
home.
Because it's like your zen place, right? It's like if you
Yeah.
like working out, or if you like just whatever allows you to detach, you're like, I just don't want to go back. And that's sad.
That should be your
That's such a
house.
sad, right.
That
And
should be your
right,
house. You should
right,
want to come home, take your shoes
right.
off, sit on the couch, get
So
greeted by your wife, your kids, your pet, if you have a pet, and just get your meal served, eat your dinner, relax, watch movies, help your kids with whatever, rather than you coming home to none of that and kind of just the same energy you got from work for the last 10 hours.
well, so I think, yes, I agree. And I think that this is where feminism has broken culture, because feminism is selling the dream, the not the dream, definitely not the dream. It's selling the idea that being a stay-at-home mom, or being a wife and a mother is oppressive.
Yeah.
And that's so dangerous,
Mhm.
because that's ripping families apart,
Yep.
because it's saying, well, we don't need a man. What is he here for? I can
Mhm.
do everything he can do.
Yep.
And that's literally the whole, it's such a mind, I hate swearing, but this it's such a mind fuck, because
Hey, watch your F
I
bombs.
know, but that was the only way to convey it, because it's not true.
Yeah.
So then they're selling the dream that if you go to work, it's okay to work. I'm not saying that. I'm just listening to the whole thing. If you go to work, they're saying you're going to be liberated.
Yeah.
So now you're owned by that company where you have to stay. You're not appreciated. Nobody gives a damn. You're just a number, and they can get rid of you at any moment. And so you left your home with your babies
Yeah.
to go there to
It
not be appreciated by and just be another number. So it just doesn't make any
it's
sense, right?
it's funny you mentioned that about being liberated because it's I've seen a lot of situations where women divorce their men. They got tired of being stay-at-home moms. They got tired of playing the woman role,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're complaining that they don't want to work 50 hours a week and come
Right.
home to take care of kids and do
Right.
this and do that, and they're actually regretting getting divorced.
Right.
I've seen so many videos of relationship of women complaining in their cars because for some reason that's where they like to complain. They put the phone on the phone holder and they start talking, and it's just like, I just got divorced. I'm going on my eighth month being divorced, and it's not what I thought it was gonna be.
I have seen those videos
I
that you've
have
shown
to.
me.
It's not easy having to work 9 hours a day, dropping off the kids, picking them up, coming home to do this, to do that.
You know why?
And
Because
it's
the
they didn't
grass is never greener
realize,
on the other side. It's
yeah,
this fake illusion that propaganda sells you, right? That they want you to think
yep,
that, oh, it's much better on the other side. Like, not
Right.
having your husband be annoying and not having him be there and not having your beautiful family together. I don't understand how that, obviously there are exceptions where if you are in an unhealthy relationship, there, of course, there's exceptions to everything.
Yeah.
But we're talking about where you are just being propagandized against and you don't even realize it, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm being oppressed." Why are you being oppressed? Because you're doing the things that you were designed to be and
Right.
do.
Right.
You chose to have children. Okay, now it is your duty
Yeah.
to, especially if you are a God-fearing woman, you are supposed to take care of those babies and along with your husband, and create a household that is safe for them, nurture them, and so that they can go grow up and be the best versions that they can be when they grow up.
Oh no, they want to be, yeah, just like the man. If you can do it, I can do
It's
it.
just sad.
It's very sad. And I don't want to beat this issue up too much, but I feel like if you want to find a good man, just play the role of a woman.
Just be
Be a
be
woman.
yourself.
Just
And
be
I
a
think that
woman. No man wants another man.
if there is trauma inside of you that you just, you've had to deal with, I'm sorry that you've gone through the things that you've gone through. I know it can be very, very hard for some women that have gone through, abusive relationships, or you
Seek
grow
some
up
help.
in dynamics where your household wasn't
Yeah.
safe. You need to seek help so that you
Seek
can
some
come out
help.
of that on the other side, because there is hope. You are able to come out of it.
Yeah.
God will help you.
Get
um
some therapy.
yeah,
Get some.
and
Go to
there is
church.
there is such a thing as having
Yeah.
your own beautiful family and being able to come out on the other side.
And be positive. Believe in second chances. Right. So like, if you came out of a bad position, out of a bad situation, the next person doesn't have to pay for it. You don't have to change your ways just because of your previous situation.
Mm-hmm.
Try to heal from it, try to learn from it, so that the next person you don't have the same mistakes with.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that the next person you have to be combative with, you have to be in competition with, you have to kind of show them that you're not going to get hurt again and you are who you say you are and no one's going to hurt you again like the last person. And that's not going to get you anywhere. If you really think about it, you're making the next person pay for the previous person's issues and
Mm-hmm.
mistakes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're not really giving them a fair chance at life.
Yeah.
So like, if you're complaining that you can't find a good man, or that you can't find a man that is strong enough to want to deal with you or to handle you, you're mistaken. It's just men are choosing not to,
Yeah.
because that's not what they want.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's not that the man cannot handle you or you're too much of a woman for him. Is that he just doesn't want that type of woman,
Right.
because he doesn't see the nurturing and the tenderness and the submissiveness and what it takes to make a family and a home
Mm-hmm.
from someone so masculine.
Right.
So he moves on to the next person.
Right.
So, they interpret it like they're not strong enough to
Mm-hmm.
deal with the independent, strong woman like me. And that's not
Right.
even the case.
Right.
So like, my advice to women out there that are experiencing this and have that mentality, if you're watching this, uh, tone it down a little, allow the man to be a man, and give it a fair chance if you really care about this person and you really like this person, instead of treating it like it's a competition.
Right. If they treat you right and you feel good
Put your
around
guard
them,
down.
put your guard down. It does so much. Allow yourself to receive that good energy, because a lot of this is not being able to receive because you have a wall up. So if your wall is all the way up, you're guarded to the point where you're not letting anyone through, then that's literally what's happening. The man is going to leave, or he's just going to, be checked out, because you're making it so hard for him to enter and to love you. So allow love to walk into to your life, to be around you. And it's just going to be such a, it's like a, it's like an ebb and flow. It's just going to work because you're allowing it to come in. Therefore, he's going to enter, and it's just going to be beautiful, what can happen out of there. I wanted to read this quote from the Bible. It's Colossians 3:18. It says, "Wives, submit yourselves to your husbands. Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them." And I just thought this is pretty pretty good to read with everything that we're talking about, because leadership is paired with love and gentleness, which is literally what we live by.
Mhm.
And this is for the man, right? The man leads, and it's not it's paired with love and gentleness, meaning it's not restricting, it's not harsh, it's not abusive,
Mhm.
right? And for the woman, submission is not be a doormat. Its submission is paired with trust and respect. So having those, all of those aspects be a part of your union, of your partnership and your marriage is so life changing, and it's so beautiful for both of you and your whole entire family to
Yeah.
live in this and by this, that you will see it makes you live in a different way.
And stop letting social media lead your
Yeah.
relationships. I feel like there's a lot of relationships that go south because they're being led by social media.
Yeah.
Whether
Social media is fake.
whether it's a lot of things they see on Instagram, a lot of things they see or hear on TikTok, it's not real. It's not true.
Yes.
They do that for clicks.
Mm-hmm.
If you go and you see a video and it has 50, 60, 70,000 clicks, some of them have 1 million views, 2 million views. They make money off of that. That's
Mm-hmm.
what they get paid for. That's how they pay their car payment. That's how they pay their rent. That's how they pay their mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
It's not real advice.
Yeah.
Don't seek to social media for real advice.
Yeah. I always say, and I heard this from someone and I love it, seek advice from people that are doing better than you in what you are trying to accomplish. So if you want a good marriage, don't go to your single friend,
Right.
right? If you want a good marriage, go to a couple that's been together more years than you have been together in your relationship, and ask for, it's
Ask
okay to
questions. Yeah.
seek advice from these people because they've been together for a long time, so they know, what the ups and the downs of everything. So that's very important. Like, don't go to your single best friend, and I'm not saying don't be friends with them, but they're not going to know what it takes to be in a relationship because they're single for a reason.
Right.
And I'm not bashing them, but that's just the truth.
And
So
stop
always be mindful of who you're talking to.
and stop being so masculine. Right.
Let your guard down, ladies. It's
When,
okay. I
when
promise you, you're going to see a whole new world.
when your man
So,
comes home, greet him with a big hug and a kiss, and just let him feel like he's finally entered a place of peace, not a
and it's not
place,
just
not
for
a
the man; it's for yourself
right.
too. It just feels you both feel, and I said this in another episode. Human beings need touch, physical touch. If you hug someone for more than 20 seconds, it just brings your whole nervous system just comes to a relaxed state.
Before we end this, I want to give you a flip side of things, like I always do. Do women find flamboyant men attractive
Well, not flamboyant, feminine.
or feminine?
Yeah. No, I
No.
don't. I never did.
So like if a man does a bunch of like feminine stuff,
Mm-mm.
you think that's attractive to
There needs to
women?
be a
Because
balance.
I want them to see things through our lens,
Yeah.
and
I was
like
gonna bring that up earlier too.
and kind of just
And I
flip the
didn't want to make it longer.
and kind of flip the script. So like women, put this in the comments. Are you attracted to men that are feminine? Does that turn you on? Does it make you feel protected? Does it make you feel like there's an alpha male in the house that if somebody breaks in, he's going to take lead, take charge? Does it make you
Or
feel
do you care about that?
do you even care about that? Does it make you feel
Mm-mm.
comfortable knowing that he doesn't know how to change a spare tire or he doesn't know anything? He's just super, super feminine. Is that something that you're striving to have? Is that something that you're striving to kind of, are those goals? Do you wake up every morning if you're single and say, "Man, I would love to marry myself a feminine man"? When you go out to the club
You're
with your
so
friends
funny.
or when you go out to social gatherings, do you find yourself saying, "Oh, I hope I find a real feminine man tonight"? It's the same thing.
Right.
No man goes out his house and says, "I want to find a masculine woman.
Mm-hmm.
I want to find a strong, independent, masculine woman." That's such a turn on to me. I've never heard a man say that in my whole
No,
entire life.
never. Never.
So those masculine women that are complaining online that they can't find a good man, seek within first and then point the finger. It's not the man that's not strong enough to be with you or to handle you.
It
He
shouldn't
he
be a
he chooses
competition.
not to. That's what it is. He
Right,
chooses
right,
not to want to
right,
handle a strong, independent woman.
right.
It's not that he can't. I'm
It's almost
sure.
like taking on baggage that you don't
Yeah.
want to take on. So that's why they're like, nope, I don't want this, you know?
So
So,
before you go online and you bash a man and say that he's not strong enough to handle an independent, strong woman like yourself, ask yourself what woman wants a feminine man. Flip the coin for a second, right? You're a woman, you're a female. Now, ask yourself, I wonder if women like feminine men, men that can do manly stuff. And it's the same thing with men. No man wants a woman that does manly things.
mm,
Same thing. And
yeah.
then ask yourself
It
those
just
questions.
it goes against what we're designed
Yeah.
to do and be. So, but
So, all right, we don't want to make this one too
yeah.
long.
Thank you for stopping by. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. It helps us. As always, it was funny. I have to say this. I heard someone else say, "Oh, guys, I said I would never ask you guys to subscribe because I think it's tacky or whatever." And I'm like, I feel like every video that I watch where they have like 1 million subscribers or whatever, and they always say like the video because I get so involved in the video that I forget to like it.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
just
like
a
a
reminder.
reminder, yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
good reminder. But anyway,
A like helps the channel.
yeah.
A subscriber helps grow the channel as well.
Mhm.
But I really want people to comment because I want people to engage in the
And
topic.
the conversations
I
that we're
want to know
having,
what
yeah.
other people think. I want
Yes.
to know if they're in this situation.
Mhm.
Were they in this situation? If they were, how'd they handle it?
Yeah.
How do you handle these type of situations? And if this is you, how's it going? How's it working for you?
Yeah.
Is working is being a masculine woman working out for you? Is your success actually driving you to extreme happiness?
Mhm.
And kind of just share that. And I like to hear both sides of the stories.
Yeah.
We're not one way here. We like to see both sides. We like to
We
talk.
just share our opinions and what we've seen.
Yeah.
But if you have a different opinion, it's always welcome.
If you're in a
Um,
relationship and you're a very masculine woman and your man loves that about you, share it. Start a conversation about it
yeah.
below. Write a comment. Send us an email. And we always have the email in the description section if you want to tell us your story and we can touch about it on an upcoming video.
Yeah, we want to share stories.
Anonymous, obviously.
If
But
you have something that you want to share with us, we can share with the world. It'll be anonymous, of course.
if it works,
And
how does it work?
yeah, just elaborate. You can type it as you want us to deliver it. Just tell us in the email. But as always, thank you guys for stopping by, and we love and appreciate all of you. Bye.
Peace. Thank you. Bye.